All right, AJT Jungle. We're wrapping up the Trader Mindset program. I will have a couple of supplemental presentations that will happen in the next couple months, but this is tying up everything that we worked on and over the last several months. So first, uh, we're gonna kind of review what we talked about last week, but everything everything that we've done is here to help you become the calm, cool, collected trader. Okay, the calm, cool, collected trader. I don't know what I did wrong. All right, so we talked about the art of taking a loss yesterday or last week, and traders who put their self-esteem on the line with their money are especially vulnerable to strong, unpleasant emotions when you take a loss. And meaning your self-esteem, meaning you take your losses personal. Okay, you can't take them personal. All right, you can't take your losses personal. Okay, that number one, you can't do that. All right, if you take it personal, it's going to cause you to make bad decisions, and things will just get worse and worse for you. Okay, so we don't want that. All right, but if you take a more carefree approach and think it is not personal, it isn't a big deal in the end, then you'll be able to accept the loss and take quick, decisive action. Okay, that's the idea. Is you want to be able to take quick, decisive action. If you need to bail out and not sit there and worry about taking a loss or feeling that you're wrong and you don't know what you're doing and all of that. That's not what this is about. If you're following your process, then you know what you're doing. Now, if you don't have a process that you follow, then yes, you don't know what you're doing and you really need to stop trading until you do. All right, but if you have a process, loss is a part of that process. Okay, no one likes to lose while trading, but with the right mindset and the right plan, traders can choose to move forward after dealing with loss. Where you're not sitting there pouting with your lips stuck out, crying about this, crying about that, or whatever. You're gonna be in a good frame of mind. Okay, in order to recover like a pro, traders need to do what pro traders do when they lose. Cry. Nah, I'm just kidding. Professional traders do not take their losses personally since it's by their definition a part of everyday work. Instead, professionals stop trading if their losses become troubling so that they can evaluate their trading strategy and move forward. And most of the time, traders are actually trading a strategy of, whatever company they're working for, or bank or investment bank or whatever they're working for. They're trading the strategy set forth by that institution. So they have people that are watching, and if things start to get out of hand, then they'll come deal with it. They'll look to see, is the trader not executing right? or is the strategy falling apart? So all that trader has to think about is executing the process the right way. Okay, but you guys, us individual traders, we are our own checks and balances. Okay, we're set with our own checks and balances. And if we don't do that, then we're doing ourselves a disservice. All right, so part of taking a loss is being able to, at the end of the day, come in and evaluate our trading to see, okay, was it a miss on the setup, that this particular time the setup didn't work, or is it I made a mistake, I jumped in too early, I didn't do what I was supposed to do, that type of deal. Jesus Christ. Man, I think this market's going to roll over and die. I think this market's going to roll over and die. It does not look good at all. What are you doing? Stop! God dog it. Can you stop? Alright, so professional traders are calm and relaxed. Okay, they're calm and relaxed. They're not like me fussing with my cats and all this stuff. Alright, professional traders are calm and relaxed. They don't put unnecessary pressure on themselves, stress themselves out, and then crack under the pressure. They don't believe that they must succeed on any single trade. But they see a single trade as just one trade among many. They don't need to be right on every trade. Alright, they don't impose their will on the market. Okay, just because we want something to happen doesn't mean we're going to sit there with our arms folded and say, I'm not doing anything until this happens. Because when that happens, you're in bad shape, boss. Because your mindset is gone into one that's just going to blow themselves sky high. Alright, that's, we don't want that to happen, right? So instead, they objectively observe market conditions, make a detailed plan of attack, and let the market take them where it wants them to go. We're not, just because we're riding with the market doesn't mean we're giving up control. We have the decision when to pull when to pull that bell and get off the bus. All right, if we see our stop coming up, then we need to pull that bell and get off the bus. Right? Makes sense. Stop. So we just ride with the market. That's it. We can't move the market. We don't have what it takes. So we roll with it. So professional traders are calm and relaxed. They stay focused and do not trade on anticipation. They trade with a peak performance mental state, in that they freely enter and exit trades without worrying about the results of individual trades. That's the trader's mindset. Okay? You trade with peak performance mental state, and you're able to freely enter and exit trades without worrying about the results of those individual trades. That's the trader's mindset. Okay, now, some professional traders do have a, they do have, what do you call it? Strategies based on anticipation, but certain criteria has to take place in order for them to actually man, I lost my thought. For them to actually take the trade. Okay? That's the thing. In order for them to actually take the trade, in order for them to actually take the trade, okay, certain conditions have to be in place. So it's not so much anticipation as it's just part of their plan. Because when we take a trade and everything triggers, we're anticipating that the trade is going to follow our plan. So even though we're not trading on anticipation, we're trading based on triggers that set. Part of our process is anticipation. So I wanted to clear that up. But the carefree approach that I speak about allows traders to see opportunities easily and allows them to take advantage of these opportunities when they arrive. So you're not sitting there saying, oh man, I lost on this, I lost on that, I can't take any more trades. That's not what we're looking for. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. All right, trading in a peak performance mindset requires intense concentration and focus, but it's difficult to maintain this mindset when the pressure is on you to perform. Okay, you've got pressure on you to perform. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't believe taking this, trying to trade these futures and, do this eval. I didn't believe how good of an idea it would be until I did it, and it made me realize, hey, I need to sharpen these skills, before they sneak back up on me. Okay, I'm trading, I've got pressure on me. I've got a different type of pressure on me. I've got people that are evaluating me, that's going to evaluate me based on my performance, right? That's a pressure that I really haven't felt. And it's good because and it's helping me, work on that mindset. I didn't think of it that way. And most people probably wouldn't think of it that way. But, my mentor is a hell of a lot smarter than me, by helping me, with this. So reduce any psychological pressure that may potentially use up additional psychological energy. So what I have to do is transition from this pressure. I have to transition from this pressure and kind of walk away from it. And try to, walk away from it is not a good. I have to work with it to where I turn this either into a strength or have a process to not have to work, to not really have to work through this. Okay, that's what I'm looking at right now. All right, so you want to think in terms of probabilities. Remember, we talked about that. All right. We thought in terms of probabilities. Remember that you may not win on any single trade, but after a series of trades, you should have enough winners to make a profit, right? That's our mindset here. It's also important to have a solid risk management plan that you are comfortable with. Okay, the bottom line is if you're going to make money, you've got to risk it. It's reward for risk. Okay, that's how we look at it. We look at reward for risk. It's not about risk reward. It's reward for risk. Okay, that's what we're doing. So it's important to have a solid risk management plan that we are all comfortable with. Okay? Trading in a peak performance mindset also requires proper nutrition, exercise, and rest. Okay, when you're tired, you don't perform well. Mentally, you don't perform well. Exercise keeps your body in tune, keeps you feeling healthy, keeps you feeling good about what you're doing. Right? And nutrition is another thing that helps keep your mind and your body in tune. Okay, these are things that, we don't think about, hey, this doesn't affect my mindset that much. But believe me, through all of my studies in school, it was proven to me beyond a shadow of a doubt that proper nutrition, exercise, and rest does affect your psychological well-being. Students that come to class hungry tended to be very aggressive and not in a position to learn anything. They're combative. They're resistant. These are things that I learned and why I ran my classroom the way I did, because it was always about finding things to make sure my students are performing at their peak. And yes, a lot of that did run afoul with my administrators. They didn't want me to do certain things. They didn't want me to bring, them a snack or something like that. But that was the secret to my success. And so when it got to the point where I couldn't do what I needed to do for my students, it was time for me to go. Okay, it was time for me to get the hell out of there. And that's what I did. Many people think they can get away with the minimal amount of sleep or skip meals. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Proper nutrition and adequate sleep, are necessary, especially with your mindset. I know we don't have to do a lot of physical work at this point, but our mindset, okay, our mental game, our mindset is, what we're dealing with here. So trying to trade and just focus, it kills your mental energy, especially if you're stressing yourself. So it's vital that you take steps to maximize your energy through proper sleep and nutrition. And how long you sleep, really that just depends on, how long you sleep really depends on you. Each individual, has like their own sleep schedule, right? They have their own sleep schedule. So it's really, you have to do, your body. You'll know if you're tired, if you're mentally exhausted when you wake up and all that stuff. You'll know all of that. Right? You'll know all of that. All right. Exercise has a huge potential to enhance our well-being. Aerobic exercises like running, actually walking in the morning. Okay? I like to go for a walk after I've had a rough morning. Or, do rake some stuff in the yard, do something. Okay? And what it does is it increases our mental alertness. Okay, it helps us, with our mental alertness. So participation in regular physical activity can increase our self-esteem and reduce stress and anxiety, and it provides recovery for your cognitive processes. Okay, so everything that we've learned about our mindset, everything about it, what I'm talking about here is what keeps our mind in check. Everything here it keeps our mind in check. All right, trading in a peak performance mindset will require you to take a time out from time to time. Okay, and these are important. These are things that's going to help you recover. All right, so there are different types of timeouts. There's the downtime between trades, where in between trades you take, like if you have a let's say we take a loss and then we're waiting to get to another trade. There's a timeout process that's going to help us kind of refocus. You know what I mean? So that could be what we're looking for. That we need. Then there's the downtime between trading sessions, meaning morning session, afternoon session, aftermarket session. Those are times where we could rest, sleep, nap, whatever it takes. Watch a funny movie, whatever it takes to help you along the way. All right, and then we've got the downtime between our performance challenges when we have to take a day or two off. Okay, we've got those where we need to take a day or two off to relax. All right. So these are timeouts. So for me, day trading was like drag racing. Okay, both were intense and quick. Both required incredible focus before and during the event. Both required enough downtime between events to tune back up and refocus. Alright, so picture yourself as that drag racer through practice and preparation has developed a process to approaching this race. And I did. It was all about consistency. That's what drag racing was. It was about consistency. Me staging my car right, burning out the same, all of that. So you have to be deeply prepared mentally and have a process that you're gonna be in the same mindset every time you race, or in this case, take a trade. So what you do during your downtime to tune yourself up is gonna directly impact your performance. Okay, it's gonna directly impact it. So how do you prepare for your next trade? Okay, these are things that you're gonna have to work on. And your last homework assignment, if you haven't done this already. If you haven't done this already. Okay, you want to establish a process that puts you in the same mental state going into the trade. Okay, same process. It's very important to begin the next trade with the same mindset as the first. Okay, very important that you go into each trade with the same mindset. Regardless if it's on the heels of a loss or whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay? Doesn't matter. You also have downtime between trading sessions. Do you have a routine that you follow to reflect on your trades between the morning and afternoon sessions, or between the afternoon and the aftermarket session, if you trade aftermarket? Do you have a routine that you follow to reflect on your trades every night between trading days? Okay, you gotta, if you don't, then you need to develop one. It's all about keeping your mind highly tuned and ready to go. So, like a drag racer who after an event goes back and studies the data from his runs and looks for ways of improving his performance, a trader will do the same with the data at night after the market closes. Now, one thing I do a little differently than trading is after each run, after each time trial or each race, I come back, I download the data, and I look at it. But that's not something you probably want to do between trades because of how the sessions run. So what you want to do is look at this, and you want to maybe do it between sessions. Do a download at lunch, or if you don't want to do that, if you just want to keep your head clear, then just wait to the end of the day. But whatever the case is, you want to do what's best for you and what's more comfortable for you. Okay? That's what's important. So, downtime for our performance challenges. Let's say we've had 3 or 4 losing days in a row. We're beyond frustrated because we can't get things to do what we wanted to do. We may just need to rest our minds. If there's something where we're trading our strategy right, but we're not seeing the results, we're taking bigger losses, we may need to tune up our strategy and adjust it based on market conditions. And sometimes if your strategy has gone to shit, then you need a major overhaul. Okay? Because some strategies you learn is something somebody made up. They haven't traded it year in and year out. It's something they did that just happened to work. And now they're, selling it to you. Okay? That's it. So, that's what you want to think about. Day trading is a lifelong learning process. Okay, lifelong learning, but profession. But it is a process to your learning. Not everyone is cut out for this high stress profession. Have I had to tell people, look, I don't think you're cut out for this? Yeah, I've had to do that. You may like the stock market and enjoy buying and selling stocks, but that doesn't make you a day trader. You'll know that you're a true day trader if you keep coming back and keep on improving, because day trading is a process, and that process requires you to continually evolve and strengthen your mental game. Okay, this whole program, that's what this is about. This whole program, that's what this is about. Okay? This whole program. So, let me tell you right now, if you're not capable of doing what you need to do in order to be successful in trading, you're not going to make it. You can't pay somebody to do it for you. And that's what a lot of people do. They'll pay somebody that's supposed to make them successful and then not do the work. No, there's no way that happens. You have to do the work. You can pay me. I give you the process, and I'm there to walk you through it and take you through it step by step, support you as you're going through it. But I can't do it for you. Okay, that's the problem. I can't do it for you. All right? So, this whole program is designed. This whole program is designed to help you get through these challenges. So, does anybody have any questions? Any questions? Are you absolutely 15-cent stock? Damn right. You looking for a $15 profit on a 15-cent stock? You're exactly 100% right. Oh man, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. All my fault. All my fault. All my fault. Give it. Put it right there. All right, you're welcome. This session just kind of um this session just kind of ties everything together. You know, what do you need to do to keep all of this together? That's to have a process to start your day with, process that you use throughout your trading day, and then a process to end your trading day. I know it sounds like process for this, process for that, process for this, but listen, think about what you do every day. Driving a car, there's a process to it. All right, and you didn't have a problem dealing with that. Okay, you just dealt with it. So that's just kind of the way it is. All right, guys. There we go. I don't know.